We are asking librarians their favorite books and books that they would recommend and reading them. So make sure you guys subscribe because there's new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I hope you guys enjoy. We are gonna do a very different video in today's video, and I'm gonna be asking librarians their favorite books and reading some of them. I genuinely have no idea what they're gonna recommend, like absolutely none. I've seen this video done where people go into bookstores and ask like people who are shopping for books what their favorite recs are, but the thought here is like a librarian knows, like you literally gotta go to school for this, like, you know what you're talking about. So I feel like I'm gonna get some really good recs while I'm in here. I'm gonna try to like steer them to the things that I like enjoy, like the genre, like thrillers and romances are pretty much like my top tier vibe. But yeah, so you guys are going to see what I read this week, and all of the books that I read are going to be recommended by librarians. Hopefully, again, I don't know if anyone's going to even like let me record them. Like, I don't know. But one goal this year that I have for myself with reading is to read in the library more. I don't necessarily want to read more of the books from the library because, I don't know, I just feel like very grateful to have the privilege to be able to purchase my own books. And if you guys watched one of the last videos where I went book shopping with my mom, she actually was talking about how I used to go to the library and I would get like 20 books at a time and I would read them all in a week and then we would take them back. And I've always loved the library, but in the space that I'm in now, I feel very grateful that I can buy them and I can almost be like a library to my friends in a way. But I think that the space itself is such an incredible community and I don't use it often enough. And surprisingly, like I'm downtown, but this is only like, I don't know, I think it was like 15 minutes from my house. So it feels like it's far away because I live like out by the lake. So like a little farther than downtown, but just hopping on the interstate and getting here wasn't hard at all. So we're gonna go in the library. Hopefully we can find some good books in there and hopefully we can get some good recs. Also, if you guys are seeing me wear these glasses, I don't actually wear glasses. These are blue light glasses, but I forgot to take them off and I feel like I don't know, they're giving librarian. Like they're giving I deserve to be in the library and I look like I belong. So let's head in here, see what recs we can get from these librarians. Make sure you guys subscribe because there's new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm gonna be trying to do more unique ideas like this, like reading challenges and stuff. So yeah, let's head in there.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you.
This book was literally just released. I'm freaking out by how many good books that they have in here. I can't get over it. I feel like these, like literally this was just released, like just came out. They have so many good books in here. I need to come in here a lot more. And maybe I will start like just getting more library books too, because I mean, if they're here and available, like if there's no long wait, then like why wouldn't I? There's just so many good ones. Like these are all like brand spanking new, like literally just came out. I wanted to read this book and now that I'm looking at it in here, it's like I could have easily just got it out of here and not like bought the whole series. Granted, I do really love this author, but I think it's a reminder, like go use your library if you like don't have the means to like buy the book or just like don't want to, because a lot of libraries like have a great selection. Like I'm literally just looking around and all of these are books that are like on my list to read and I just haven't like picked them up yet. I know some of you guys have said that your libraries are not as like fully stocked as this library is, so you know, if that is the case, I am sorry. That would be really hard, but this library, like Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, done and freaking dusted. They have this in here and this is like an indie author. Like who? I need to know who is stocking this library. Thank you for sharing. This just came out by like an indie author. I don't even think that she has like a big publisher or anything, or maybe she does, but done and dusted, like definitely I know that that's one that like just popped up in this last year that like got big. They're so many good books, and I haven't even looked in the thriller section. This is literally just like romance and like fiction and stuff. They have such a great selection here. This is wild. I was just in Barnes like a couple days ago, and I was looking at this book for like one of my friends, and they only had one copy left, but you could literally just come here and get it for free. I also just bought this book in the haul that I did with you guys, not realizing I could have just come here and got it for free, and it's available. Literally wild. I've never seen this cover of Book Lovers, but this is actually really cute, and it's like a hardback, but it doesn't have like a sleeve on the front, which I feel like those are my favorite, and it has actually something on the front cover, which I feel like is so rare. I feel like you usually just see like the dust jacket. I think that's cute. I absolutely loved this book, and I know this isn't like why I'm even in here. I just can't get over how many good books that they have in here. These are all like literally brand new. This came out this year too. I just bought this book, but this would have actually been one of the perfect books to get for a book from the library, because I've never heard of this author. I just really like the cover and the storyline look cute, but I feel like whenever I'm getting a book by an author I've never read before, I'm always super hesitant. So I feel like those would be perfect library books, because if I don't like it, I can literally just take it back and I'm not like wasting money. But this is like in such great condition. It looks like so literally like brand spanking new, and I feel like there's always this misconception that library books are going to be like tattered and torn, but this like looks so great. And the pages are like fresh. That's just, can't get over how many books they have here. Okay, now I'm actually like confused. Like, who is picking out these books? Because they have Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. I just know that whoever's picking out these books is on Book Talk. Like, they are picking literal gems. She recommended 2 books I've never heard of before, so I'm going to show these to you guys whenever I get situated. I haven't decided which one I'm going to take, if I'm going to take one of these, but I want to have like a good amount to choose from before I go. One of them, she said, is like a cozy cat mystery, and also, can we talk about how like relaxing the library is? It's so empty in here, which is like kind of sad, but also kind of nice, like if you're in here by yourself. So she recommended Harlan Coben's book, Play Dead, and it's a Harlan Coben classic. It says on the front, and then on the back it says, the worlds of celebrity and sports are brilliantly dissected and turned upside down in this thrilling novel from #1 New York Times bestselling author. And I did ask her, I told her that I wanted either a thriller or a romance, and on the back it says, theirs was a marriage made in tabloid heaven, but no sooner had supermodel Laura and Celtic star David Baskin said I do than tragedy struck. While honeymooning in Australia's Great Barrier Reef, David went out for a swim and never returned. Now widowed and grieving, Laura has 1,000 questions and no answers. Her search for the truth will draw her into a web of lies and deception that stretches back 30 years, while on the court at the Boston Garden, a rookie phenomenon makes his spectacular debut. And then this one is a Rita Mae Brown book, and it says Rita Mae Brown and Sneaky Pie Brown. It's called Rest in Pieces. It's the second book in the series, so I don't know if I'm going to take this one because the first one wasn't available, but it is like a cozy cat mystery, and it's like a girl who like she solves cat mysteries with her cat. It's just supposed to be like cozy, chill vibes. So yeah, and also the words in this are huge, like, so not like large print or anything, but they're very easy to read. And again, the quality of these books literally looks brand new. There's just such a like, I don't know, I think stigma in my head that I feel like library books are not going to be like in great condition, and these are like incredible. So let's see if we can ask someone else what they recommend. What would you recommend?
I would definitely recommend Court of Thorns and Roses, the series.
Oh my god, I've never read that one. I've never read it before.
It's like a fantasy romance.
Okay, cool. You guys have been trying to get me to read this series for the longest, so this might be the time for that, because I haven't read it yet, and she recommended A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is like a workout, like walking up and down these stairs. Oh my gosh. She recommended A Court of Thorns and Roses, so I'm gonna go and find that and see if they have it at least, and just take a look.
You feel like summer days to me, warm, tender, sunny rays. I hope that we
I don't think that they have it. I'm in Mass with Sarah J. Maas's books, and the only thing that I see is A Court of Silver Flames. So Oh, and A Court of Frost and Starlight. So I don't know if they have this or not, but this was recommended, so maybe I'll read it. I haven't decided yet. It is definitely daunting, like getting recommendations, because there's so many good ones, like so many good books that they're recommending, and it's making me want to literally read everything. But what's nice is everything that's recommended is something I haven't read. Like, they're not even recommending stuff. Like, I thought that they would like recommend multiple things I've read, and I'd be like, oh, like I haven't read that, I haven't read that. Literally everything that's been recommended today is something I haven't read yet. So I love that. They didn't have it, so I'm back for another rec from you. They didn't have it. They only had A Court of Silver Flames and A Court of Frost and Starlight. So
Yeah,
they're pretty popular.
those are in the series, so don't read the rest. The one that I did just read was it's the Sisters of the Salt series.
Okay, never heard of that one.
And I'm trying to think of what the first one's called. I think it's House of Salt and Sorrows.
Okay.
So I just read that one recently, and I really liked it.
All right, thank you. What would you recommend if you could just recommend any book, like 2 books that you think I'd like to read?
All right, so one of my go-to recommendations is a book called Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson.
Okay.
It's part of a series.
Okay.
It's about a girl named Stevie, and she goes to this like isolated boarding school, and there's a murder that happened there a long time ago, and so it's this famous unsolved case, and so she's hoping that she can solve the murder. And
That
so
sounds really good.
Over this 3-book series, she does eventually
Okay, cool.
figure it out. It is one of my absolute favorites. I actually named my cat Stevie after Stevie Bell.
I love that. Thank you. As I'm walking away, I literally see so many good books. Like Eleanor and Park, read that one. This one looks cute. Honestly, anything with like a cute little cover gravitates me towards it. Like this one right here. I don't know if you guys can even see that. There we go. There's so many lights in here. It's getting kind of blown out. And then Reggie and Delilah's You're Falling. I loved this one. Such a good book. That looks so super cute too.
The last book that I read that I really loved was Octavia Butler's, I think the series is called Pattern Master.
Okay, cool. I love Octavia
Title is
Butler.
Seed to Harvest, and then there's a few books that are in the same series that come after it, but the first one is Seed to Harvest.
Okay, thank you so much.
I know the last one I read that was good.
What was it?
The Noble Hustle.
Okay. I've never heard of that one before.
So it's a nonfiction. It's a memoir by Colson Whitehead.
Okay.
And I read it because I was going on an impromptu visit to Vegas because I have friends out there, and so I needed something to read on the plane. And he's very funny, and he's
Really?
so funny. Because a lot of his books aren't. Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
He actually has this like
it's a memoir.
It's a memoir. Yeah, it's this very like extremely dry with like kind of scathing.
I love that.
He's going over there to play in the World Series of Poker, but he's only an amateur player, and so he's doing it like they're paying him in for like an article, and so he like hires people to like trade him for it. And stuff.
Okay. I just got more recommendations. I got one recommendation by Mick Herron. It's not this book. It's actually called Slaw House, and it's supposed to be like a really good thriller that is about people who pretty much they like wouldn't be the type to be able to like solve a mystery, and they like come together, I think, to solve it, and it sounds really good. So I'm adding that to one of the recommendations. And I also was recommended Red Widow by Alma Katsu, and this is supposed to be about a I think the librarian, she said that this is a thriller that isn't done in the way that a lot of thrillers are done. It's not like predictable or anything, and it's very like true to real life, or like somewhat similar. So I think that that's cool. I feel like I love a good spy thriller, but if it's like just, you know, if it's giving like fake, then I just don't want to read it. And this one looks really good. It says an exhilarating spy thriller written by an intelligence veteran about 2 women CIA agents whose paths become intertwined around a threat to the Russia division, one that's coming from inside the agency. And the words in this are like really big. This looks really good. I am getting so many good recommendations here. I can't get over it. The library store is actually incredible. You can buy hardbacks for $3, pocket paperbacks for $1, and oversized paperbacks for $2. Guys, look at all the books that they have in here. Literally so many like super popular books, and like this would literally be $3. That is wild. I cannot get over like all of the books that they have in here. These are so popular. I haven't heard of this one. This one has a little recommendation from Allie Hazelwood on the front. Looks so cute and I've never heard of it before. Do not know how to feel about this book, and I think it's because it's just such a unique story. It's so different than like anything I've read recently. I'm not a big mystery girl. I think that's what I'm realizing. I like thrillers more than mysteries, and I feel like mysteries are like whodunit, Scooby-Doo vibes, and that's just like not really my vibe. I've made it pretty far through this so far. I'm on chapter 5, page 87. And it's just, I just don't know how I feel about it. And there's one thing that I like feel like I need to do more of this year, and it's DNF books, because I've never DNF'd a book, but part of me is just like, what if it turns around? And granted, I'm not at 100 pages yet, but I'm pretty dang close. Like 87 pages is pretty close, and I feel like if I don't like it yet, then I feel like I'm not going to like it. But then again, part of me is like, what if I do like it later on, you know? So I don't know. This is, I guess, what you get when you have people recommend books for you that don't actually like know you. Like, I did ask for them to recommend books that they love, and I will say that the librarian who recommended this actually wanted to recommend another book, but the other book wasn't available, and so she was like, oh, this is like a good one by this author. But literally the front of this book, it says, okay, if this is the first book of mine you're going to try, stop now. Return it. Grab another. It's okay. I'll wait. If you're still here, please know that I haven't read Play Dead in at least 20 years. I didn't want to rewrite it and pass it off as a new book. I hate when authors do that. So this is, for better or worse, the exact book I wrote and published when I was in my 20s. Just a naive lad working in the travel industry and wondering if I should follow my father and brother and go to Shutter Law School. So there's like more that he says, but I feel like maybe this wasn't the right book to pick up from him, just because it is so like, I don't know, the writing isn't bad, it just writes like I'm watching Criminal Minds. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it's like, you know, those like mysteries are like, yeah, he, you know, went over and he stole my car, so I had to go, like, you know, they talk like that. Like, I can't even, I don't even know if that's making sense, but it's just like, it's giving that vibe. Like, yeah, I don't know. It also is giving a book written by a man, like, for sure. And I am typically someone that loves to read books written by women, and the characters in this, like, if I get another description of this woman's like body, I'm going to like chuck this book out of my car, because I'm only 87 pages in, and I feel like every woman has had descriptors of their body, and it's like descriptors meaning like it'll be in the point of view in the woman that's like, oh, like all he can look at is like my body, and like all he can and I'm like, is this like what men are really like? Because the writer's a man and he's writing it as if like women are like, that's our only focus. Like, I don't know, some of the stuff is just like a little stereotypical. And granted, I do think that this is like supposed to be in an older time. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be written, yeah, this is supposed to be in 1989. So the writing, I feel like, is maybe more on par with that, because it does give that vibe, but I don't know, I'm not super into it. So anyway, I don't know what that, oh, someone's braking on their car. I was like, what is that red on the car? But I'm gonna go home. Maybe I'll DNF it. I don't know, I've never DNF'd a book. And I think because I just always think, like, what if I wrote a book and people DNF'd it before they got to 100 pages? Like, what if, you know what I mean? But then part of me is like, I'm almost to 100 pages and it's not giving anything. So I don't know. Maybe I'll keep going. It could get better. Then again, it could not. But then the thing with DNFing is like, I almost feel like I need to keep going. I probably will. I almost feel like I need to keep going because I always feel like if I say, yeah, the book wasn't for me, and someone's like, well, like, what did you not like about it? And I'm like, oh, I DNF'd it, like, I got to 100 pages, and then they're just gonna be like, oh my god, you should have got to page 200, you should have got to page whatever. You know what I mean? So, like, that's also part of it. Like, I have this, like, view in my head that, like, some people will be like, oh, well, it definitely gets better. I don't know. The ratings on the book aren't bad, so it could definitely get better. But anyway, we're gonna head home. I'm gonna do some more reading, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, maybe tomorrow, to let you guys know what I think.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors.
I finished this book and I have some packages to open. So we're gonna go through these packages, but I'm also going to give you an update on this book. So I'm so glad I didn't DNF this, and this is why I don't ever DNF books, because of books like this. Now, this book wasn't amazing. It wasn't anything like groundbreaking, nothing like that. But the ending, the last 100 pages were really, really good. And I have never really read a mystery, I don't think. I've read a lot of thrillers, but this was like a true mystery, like a whodunit situation. So it wasn't super fast paced, but I think it's still a book that I would recommend to someone who enjoys mysteries, but enjoys mysteries that kind of give that old Hollywood vibe. This definitely gives that. I did end up ordering the book because as I got to the last like couple hundred pages, I actually was really enjoying it. I also ordered the next book that I'm going to start. So this is the book that I ordered. I did not realize that it was going to be this size, which you guys know I literally can't stand when books are this size. It's so tiny, but at least it's a little bit bigger than like the, I don't know, the really, really tiny ones. But I wanted to get it because I feel like this would be a good book to recommend to someone who likes like a true whodunit mystery. And I think I'm gonna rate this one. I haven't decided if it's gonna be 2.5 stars or 3 stars. The only reason I'm thinking 2.5 stars is because pretty much 400 pages of the book, I didn't really enjoy it. And I don't know if it's just because I've never read a mystery, so I didn't really know what to go into when I was like getting into this book. And I also didn't really know much about the book, but I can definitely see someone else really enjoying this book because it gives old Hollywood, it gives that like old-timey type story. The ending, the last 100 pages, I was like, okay, you got me here, you got me here. But you can also definitely tell this is written by a man. Like the descriptors of women are like, okay, come on, let's get it together. I also ordered the next book that I'm gonna read because they didn't have it at the library. And the book that I decided to choose is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is a YA, I think mystery, I'm pretty sure. On the back it says, look, a riddle, time for fun. Should we use a rope or gun? Ellington Academy is a famous private school in Vermont, founded by an early 20th century tycoon for the best and brightest students around. When Ellington's wife and daughter were kidnapped, the only clue was a mocking riddle listing methods of murder signed with the frightening pseudonym Truly Devious. Their disappearance became one of the greatest unsolved crimes in history. Many years later, true crime I know this word, but aficionado. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but maybe I'm not. It just doesn't come off the tongue very well. Stevie Bell is set to begin her first year at the academy, and she's determined to solve this cold case. That is, she will solve it when she gets a grip on her demanding new school life and her housemates. The inventor, the novelist, the actor, the artist, and the jokester. But Truly Devious makes a surprise return. The past has crawled out of its grave and someone has gotten away with murder. Truly Devious is the first novel in a murder mystery trilogy by New York Times bestselling author Maureen Johnson. Now, I just finished a mystery. literally just finished one. So it'll be interesting to see what a mystery is like for YA and if I like this one better. The lady who recommended this, she said that she actually named her cat after one of the characters in this book. So I feel like I definitely need to really soak this one in, and I'm hoping that I'll really like it. But I did end up picking up this book along with this one because I did want to have a copy just in case I find someone who really likes mysteries and like old-timey mysteries. I also feel like I needed it because they're just, ooh, the wind just got like really crazy out there. I've never read anything like that. So I feel like if someone asks for a recommendation like that, I definitely want to have something available. I also have a bunch of other packages. I guess I'll open this one first, this pink one. I don't know what some of these things are. So if anything is like a brand thing, I will like not show you guys. Depends on like if I'm able to or not. Let's see, what is this one? Oh, when did I order this? I can't even remember when I ordered this. This is called Coach Me, and it's a diverse college sports romance, and it comes with a little pin. I don't even remember where I ordered this from. I feel like I probably found it on TikTok or something maybe. I can't remember. Maybe I probably found it from a small bookshop. It says, coaching was never this difficult until the rookie came along. I had no idea Amber Lakes would become a constant light in my miserable life. Her smile isn't supposed to warm my heart, and the sight of her tears isn't supposed to make me want to protect her. We're not supposed to touch, let alone kiss. We definitely aren't supposed to exchange hidden stares while we're around each other, but I've fallen too hard for her, and despite how big the risks are, I can't seem to pull away from her now. None of this was ever supposed to happen because she's my track student and I'm her coach, and I could lose everything if we're caught. And this is by a Black author, I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh, I think I actually ended up finding this and bought it from her website, like the author's website. She said, thank you so much for shopping small with me. Your order means so much and fuels all of my writer dreams. If there are any issues at all with your order, you can feel free to reach out at, and she left her email. It says, sending all my love, and she put her name on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw someone talk about this on books by Black authors that are really good, and I wanted like the new cover, and this is the new one. So I'll let you guys know what I think of this. You guys know I am like really focused on reading diverse books, but also reading books that people don't talk about. I literally went to that lady's website to buy that book specifically. Now this one is from Wildflower Fiction, which I have shown you guys hauls from Wildflower Fiction because they're one of my favorite places to buy books. She is a small bookshop. I think she's online only right now. So many good books, like literally. If you go and look on her website, you will find so many books that you have literally never heard of before, which I love because I feel like it's nice to go into a bookstore and like find like well-known books, but like the point of browsing in a bookstore for me is like I want to find new titles, and so she has so many new titles. I had never heard of this one. It's called With or Without You by Eric Smith, and look at the cover. There's like two little people on the front. It's a brown girl, brown guy. It just looks cute, and it says, all's fair in love and food truck war. Everyone knows Jordan Plazis and Cindy Oritz hate each other. According to many viral videos of their public shouting matches, the Plaza and the Oritz families have a well-known food truck rivalry. Cindy and Jordan have spent all of high school making cheesesteaks and slinging insults at each other across their shared Philadelphia street. But the truth, they're in love, and it's all just an act for the tourists. When the fake feud lands them on a reality TV show pilot, Jordan and Cindy find themselves having to lie on a much bigger scale, trapped between pursuing their dreams or their love. Can they find a way to have their cheesesteak and eat it too? This looks so cute. It's a YA book, and I literally found it on her website. I'd never heard about it before, so I'm really excited for that one. And then I also got this. I think this is actually for, where is this from? Where did I get this? I can't remember where I got this, but I think this is actually for work, so I'll have to share that later at a later date. And then I got this, so cute. Guys, I'm so obsessed with Magnolia Parks. Look at this. Look at this. It literally says, how's the weather parks, and it's the cutest color. I think it's giving summer. I wanted to get this color because I wanted to be able to wear it in the summer. It's super oversized, so I can just like throw it on with some biker shorts or throw it on with like some jogger shorts or something and just like wear it as a big cozy oversized fit. So I don't remember where I got that one from. I think I got it off Etsy, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't say anything in here, but I will link this from wherever I got it from because it doesn't have anything in it. But this is like from the Comfort Colors line, so it's super, super soft, and I feel like it's really hard to find hoodies and stuff that are the Comfort Colors line or crew necks and stuff, because I feel like they usually are like Hanes or something like that. So yeah, really excited. But I'm going to go and start reading the book that I showed you guys by Maureen Johnson, because I've already read one book, and the rest of this video will be reading the second book and giving you guys my thoughts to see if librarians know what they're talking about.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
This book, I only have a little bit left. I think I only have, let's see, like 20 pages, so I'll probably finish this really quickly. I'm on chapter 30, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I still don't know, and part of me is like, maybe mysteries aren't my thing, or maybe I just picked those mysteries because obviously they picked them for me, but like maybe they're just not my cup of tea. Like, I don't really know. We'll see how the ending goes, because I think the ending of a book is something that can like totally change your mind and completely make you just like love the book or completely hate the book. So we'll see. Okay, I finished both of these and I want to give you my review. I kind of already gave you my review for this one, where I pretty much was like, I don't know if mysteries are for me. This one had a super, super slow start, like super slow. And then the last 100 pages like made up for it some. I think I'm gonna land this one at 2.5 stars. I think that this book is very obviously written by a man, and he just like talks so much about women's bodies and stuff, but I really did love the ending of this one, and I was actually shocked. Like, I did not see it coming. Mysteries are just so slow, and maybe that's why I like thrillers, and maybe all mysteries aren't like that. Like, if you're a big mystery person, like, let me know, but I just feel like the first part of this was so descriptive that I'm like, I literally don't even need to know half the stuff that you're saying. So if he cut out like 200 pages, would have been perfect, because the ending was so, so good. This book was so confusing. If they brought in one more character, I think I would have like just, I don't know. I haven't DNF books, but these two books really made me think about it. There's just so many characters. Gretchen and Ellie and Nate and who else was there? David. I just literally couldn't keep up. Like, there were so many characters, and I also didn't really care for the then and now perspective. Like, going back and forth in time sometimes I think is easy to keep up with in books. Like, I usually enjoy it, but I think because there were just so many characters and so much going on, I got kind of confused sometimes. Also, the romantic element was super random in this book, and so I don't know. I saw the rating for this book and how it's so highly rated, and I think some of it is probably because of the ending. Like, it literally ends off on saying to be continued, so you have to like read the rest of the series. I don't think that I will be reading the rest of the series. It just wasn't for me. So this is my little like video for books that librarians have recommended. I think that I should have asked the librarians like to recommend romance, maybe, because I asked them like, what are your favorite books, and I got a lot of books that are not books that I would typically read. So I think next time whenever I go back, if I do this video again, I'll ask them like, hey, what's a good romance or what's a good thriller that you like really enjoy or would recommend, like a fast-paced thriller or something, because so many people gave great book recommendations, but it's just not stuff that I want to read. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's definitely creative and different, and I want to do more videos like this where I try different things, I read different genres, I step out into different authors, books that maybe didn't come out recently. I also want to read more books from the library. Like, this was a library book, and I want to read more books from the library if I'm like on the fence, like if I'm trying a new genre, maybe like fantasy. Like one of the librarians was like, oh, you should read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think that would be a great library book to get, because then I'm not worrying if I don't like it or if I end up DNFing it, because that's also something that maybe I want to start doing. But then again, I am happy that I didn't DNF this one, because the ending did make it a lot better, but still it didn't even like, I mean, it was like really right at that like 2.53 mark. I think I'm gonna rate this one 2 stars. I think I wish there weren't so many characters. This was also super long. Well, not super long, but long enough. It was 419 pages, and I just feel like the story could have been told in like 350. Anything that goes over like 350, 320, like, you've got to have a reason. Now, I did recently read Into the Dark, which I can't stop talking about, by Jessa Hastings, which was 700 pages, but it was 700 pages that were needed. I think sometimes people just write to be just like writing stuff. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to come back on Thursday, because there's videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and you guys will get a little surprise of something fun that hopefully I get to do. And it should be a really fun video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.